I, Mr. Rupam Das, Assistant Professor, Choidwar College, Gauhpur, going to present on meaning, nature of educational psychology. Meaning of educational psychology. Educational psychology is that branch of psychology in which the findings of psychology are applied in the field of education. It is the scientific study of human behavior in educational setting. According to Charles E. Skinner, educational psychology deals with the behavior of human beings in educational situations. Next slide. Thus, educational psychology is a behavioral science with two main references, human behavior and education. In the words of E. Appel, educational psychology is the science of education. Education by all means is an attempt to mold and shape the behavior of the people. It aims to produce desirable changes in him for the all-round development of his personality. The essential knowledge and skill to do this job satisfactorily is supplied by educational psychology. In the words of E. Appel, educational psychology helps the teacher to understand the development of his pupils, the range and limits of their capacities, the processes by which they learn, and their social relationships. Now, nature of educational psychology. The first one, educational psychology is a science. Like any other science, educational psychology has also developed objective methods of collection of data. It also aims at understanding, predicting, and controlling human behavior. Educational psychology is a natural science. An educational psychologist conducts his investigations, gathers his data, and reaches his conclusions in exactly the same manner as Socrates or the biologist. Next, educational psychology is a social science. Like the sociologist, anthropologist, economist, or political scientist, the educational psychologist studies human beings and their sociability. Next one, educational psychology is a positive science. Normative science like logic or ethics deals with facts as they ought to be. A positive science deals with the facts as they are or as they operate. Educational psychology studies the child's behavior as it is, not as it ought to be. So it is a positive science. Next one, educational psychology is an applied science. It is the application of psychological principles in the field of education. By applying the principles and techniques of psychology, it tries to study the behavior and experiences of the pupils. As a branch of psychology, it is parallel to any other applied psychology. For example, educational psychology draws heavily facts from such areas as developmental psychology, clinical psychology, abnormal psychology, and social psychology. The last one, educational psychology, is a developing or growing science. It is a concern with new and ever new researches. As research findings accumulate, educational psychologists get better insight into the child's nature and behavior. Now the conclusion. We can conclude by saying that educational psychology is narrower in scope than general psychology. While general psychology deals with the behavior of the individual in a general way, educational psychology is concerned with the behavior of the learner in an educational setting. Thank you.